Hello children, I am Sudesh sir from Sudesh coaching classes.
So students, we have come to the final part, that is modern periodic table, right? But before going to modern periodic table, we have to understand the concept of valency. What is valency and how it is determined? Because that will lead us to further understand the characteristics of modern periodic table as we go from left to right and top to bottom. So here it is, we are going to understand the concept of valency. Okay, now the atom has protons and neutrons in its nucleus and electrons are revolving around it. So the valency will always depend upon electrons that are revolving around the nucleus. What is valency? Simple language में पता है, तो valency is the number of electrons given or taken or shared to form a stable state. Okay, we'll understand better from these diagrams. Let us have some examples, right? Starting from hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, and so on. Come on. The hydrogen and the helium has only one orbit. That means it can complete only its duplet, that is 2 electrons in its outermost orbit. Apart from hydrogen and helium, okay, once you go to the second period, they have 2 shells. Either they will complete its duplet or its octet. Okay, here it is. Understand these fundas. Hydrogen has 1 electron in its outermost orbit. To complete its duplet, it will need 1 electron. It will need 1 electron. Remember, it will take that electron from someone else. It will borrow that electron from someone else. Hence, how many electrons it is borrowing? 1. Therefore, its valency will be 1. Look at helium. Helium has 2 electrons in its outermost orbit. And I said the first orbit should have only maximum 2 electrons. So does it require to borrow from anyone? No. Does it require to give anyone? No. Therefore, no electrons borrowed or no electrons given. Hence, its valency will be 0. Look at lithium. Forget the first orbit. Always look at the last orbit. Okay. Now, it has only 1 electron in its outermost orbit. And to make octet, that is 8 electrons, it needs 7 electrons because 8 minus 1, it will give you 7 electrons. So what is easy? Borrowing 7 electrons or giving its 1 electron, साथ लेगा या 1 देगा? Yes, the very easy way is 1 दे देगा. Give its 1 electron. It will give away its 1 electron, but how many electrons is it giving? 1. Hence, its valency will be 1. Okay? The same with beryllium. It has 2 electrons in its outermost orbit. 1, 2. So 8 minus 2 will give you 6 electrons. Okay. Now what is it? Will it take 6 electrons or will it give its 2 electrons? 6 लेगा या 2 दे देगा? तो 2 देगा. So it will give its 2 electrons and the number of electrons given or taken is its valency. 2 electrons given. So valency will be 2. Look at boron. It has 3 electrons in its outermost orbit. 3. So 8 minus 3 will give you 5 electrons. 5 लेगा या 3 देगा? Will it take 5 electrons or give 3 electrons? Easy क्या है? 3 electrons giving is easy. So given, this electron given, this electron given, 3 electrons given. So valency will be 3. Now look at carbon. Carbon is 4 electrons in its outermost orbit. So how much will it require to make 8? Of course 4 electrons. What about if it loses its 4 electrons then? Well, it is well and good. So carbon has a special property. It can give its 4 electrons. Fine. It will take 4 electrons and make it. Fine. Okay. It will share 4 electrons. Okay, fine. So either it will give 4 electrons or it will take 4 electrons. Give or take 4 electrons. Okay. Whatever it is, the number is still 4. Hence, the valency of carbon is 4. So what does it do? The valency increases from 1, 2, 3 and 4. Or let's look at nitrogen. It has 5 electrons in its outermost orbit. So how much will it require to make 8? Of course, 3 electrons. 5 plus 3, 8. So tell me, what is easy? Giving away its 5 electrons or taking 3 electrons? 5 देगा या 3 लेगा? Of course, easy number is 3. So instead of giving 5, it will take 3 electrons from someone who is ready to give. If it takes 3 electrons, it will be 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. But still, the valency will be 3 because it has borrowed 3 electrons. Okay, bachalo? Now look at oxygen. It has 6 electrons in its outermost orbit. Now 6 plus how much is 8? Of course 2. Therefore, it will give 6 or take 2. Easy number क्या है? It will take 2 and hence its valency will be 2 because it has taken 2 electrons from someone to make 8. That is octet. Look at fluorine. It has 7 electrons in its outermost orbit. 7 plus how much is 8? 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. So will it give it 7 electrons or take 1? 7 देगा या 1 लेगा? 1 लेगा. So it will borrow that 1 electron from someone. The number of electrons borrowed is 1. Look at the number 9, neon. Okay, it is inert gases. Okay, fine. So what about it? It already has 8 electrons. Okay, now if it has 8 electrons, will it be requiring to give anyone? Will it require to get from someone? No, it will neither give to anyone nor take from anyone. So valency will be 0. So what is the special quality that you get from this valency? The valency goes on increasing 1, 2, 3, 4, but not further than that. It will again decrease 2, 3, 2, 1 and finally will reach the 0. Okay, this is the speciality of valency. Okay, now we'll go to the modern periodic table. So finally, we are starting modern periodic table. And what is modern periodic law? Modern periodic law says statement same of Mendeleev but one word changed. The properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic numbers. Right? I hope you understood. The properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic numbers. Means as the atomic numbers goes on increasing, the properties repeat themselves. As they go on increasing, the properties repeat themselves. Okay, bachcha log, that is the basis of modern periodic table. Here it is. So this is basic modern periodic table, especially left all spaces empty. Okay, now again if you see, it's a table. Table means there will be a horizontal rows and vertical columns, right? Right. Now how many rows are there? Because rows are called periods. Remember, there are 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 rows. Each row is called as a period. Okay, first, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and how many columns are there? There are 18 columns. 1 to 18. There are 18 columns, all numbered sequentially. Okay, bachcha log? And each column is called as a group. So, in short, there are 7 periods. Remember this very well. 7 periods and 18 groups. And this forms the whole modern periodic table. And each period, what does each period indicate? Before completing the whole table, let us see and understand what each period indicates. Each period indicates a number of shells. First period will indicate only 1 shell. Second period will indicate 2 shells and 3 shells, a 4th shell and a 5 shell, 6th shell, and the 7th period will indicate 7 shells. Nothing more than that. Okay, remember this, pakka. And 18 group. Each group will indicate number of electrons in the outermost orbit. Okay, number of electrons in the outermost orbit. Each group number will indicate. Okay, so one will say 1 electron in its outermost orbit. So all elements over here will have 1 electron in its outermost orbit. That's speciality. The 2 number will indicate 2 electrons in its outermost orbit. So all elements from top to bottom will have 2 electrons in the outermost orbit. You'll come to know what I mean. The 18 will say 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. The 17 will say 7 electrons in the outermost orbit. So there are 2 ways of numbering. One is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 18. And second is the old format of numbering. I will show you that also because that helps in various ways understanding the table. First I'll write the table. Remember, all the old numbers are to be written in Roman form with the A and B indicating. Okay, I will teach you how. First, what you do, you start from 1. So this will be 1, Roman number 1. And this will be 2. And this will be 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And this will be 7. Okay. And this will be 8. Come on, remember this. Okay, this will be complete 8. Okay, this will be first, this will be second. Okay, you will remember slowly and slowly. Okay, this will be third, this will be 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't put 8 over here because this is 0 group. This is 0. As we had learned in Mendeleev's periodic table, okay, the inert gases were placed in, right, you're perfectly right, 0 group. So although it is 8, but we indicate it as a 0. Did you understand what did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And remember one thing, you have to put, remember this is a trick, you have to put A over here. A and A, stop. Now the 3 will not contain A, it will contain B, because 2A के बाद 3A आना चाहिए, but 3A इधर से लगाओ. 1A, 2A, understood? But 3A from over there. Understood? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0. Okay? Now 1A, 2A, but 3A from here. So I will complete this first. A, and A. Okay? And the remaining part will be B group. All remaining will be B groups. Okay? Don't worry about it. And there is a good news that you do not have to study the B group elements. You do not have to study the B group. Did you understand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0. 1A, 2A, start 3A, 4 to 7A, and rest will be all B. Did you understand? Okay. That's how you number the table. Okay. Now, I have already written what each period indicates. Okay. The first period is the shortest period containing only 2 elements. The second and the third period are the short periods containing only 8 elements. Remember that very well. Okay, the fourth and the fifth period are called long periods containing 18 elements. The sixth and the seventh periods are called longest because they contain 32 elements. Okay, but chalo, remember this first period 2, second, third 8, fourth, fifth 18, sixth, seventh, okay, 32. Only 7 periods. Okay, okay. Now let us start with numbering. The very first element is called hydrogen. It will be placed over here. Why a little bit above? I will tell you. And why only hydrogen? Because
हम जहां खड़े हो जाते हैं लाइन वहीं से शुरू होती है.
right. Did you understand? The second is helium. The second is helium. Okay. Now let us write all the elements in the second period and the third period. Okay, I will show you the trick how to remember them, but for now let us write them down. Okay, we will start from here. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. Okay, the third period will contain these 8 elements: sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and argon. Remember, you do not have to study any of the B elements. That's some good news. Okay. Oh, let us write all these elements. Okay. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Okay. I just go on writing them and I just explain it to you how it came. Okay. Okay, students. So these are all the necessary elements that you need to remember. Okay, for writing the answers. For the sake of writing the answers. Okay. So did you remember all the necessary criteria for writing the table? First, I showed you the empty table, and then I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because there were 7 periods, and 1 to 18 because there were 18 groups. But how did I specially number them? 1A, 2A. Okay. And 3A will start from here. 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, and 0. All the rest of the elements will be B group elements. Rest of the elements will be B group. We do not have to study. But let's first understand this hydrogen, and the second one is helium. Understood? 2 elements. The second row, that is period, contains, now henceforth not say row but period. The second period will indicate short period, that will contain only 8 elements: lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. Okay. And the third period will indicate This particular image: sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and argon. Okay, let us go to this particular group. It is the zero group. It indicates all inert gases. What does it indicate? All inert gases. So I am going to write inert gases over here. Okay, they are nothing but inert gases. ठीक है? Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These are all inert gases. The table that precedes it, that is उसकी पहले का table होता है all halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, they are all halogens. So I am going to indicate halogens. Okay, I will complete this table as halogens. Okay, coming over here, this particular first A, 1A, are alkali metals because they form alkali. Okay, very easily they form alkali metals. Okay, so they will be renamed as alkali metals. Okay, they easily form alkali. For example, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. So they form alkali. And the second A, that is 2A. Okay, their name will be alkaline earth metals. The 2A, the second A will be alkaline earth metals. Okay. The second A group will be alkaline earth metals because these metals na earth में बहुत ज़्यादा मिलते हैं. Okay, so they are called alkaline earth metals. Of course, they form an alkali of their own. Okay, calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, and so on. Therefore, they are called as alkaline earth metals. Okay, now this family, especially third A, because I mean just concentrating on 1A, 2A, 3A. 3A, these are called boron family because they start from B. This is called as a carbon family because they start from C. This group is nitrogen family. And what will this group be called? Of course, oxygen family. And this is fluorine family. And this, of course, is the inert gases. Remember, always make a group of between A and B. Okay? Where the A ends and the B starts. Where the B ends and the A starts come. Let me show it to you how. See over here. A ends and a B starts. So there will be a blockade over here. Okay? There will be a block over here where the A ends and the B starts. Over here, where the B ends and the A starts, I'm going to put this vertical line where the B ends and the A starts. Now remember, all A group elements are normal elements. All A group elements are normal elements. So which are the normal elements? Here they are normal elements. This group is called as a normal element. So I'm going to put over here and say they are normal element. This 1A, 2A, all A group elements are called normal elements. Of course, these are inert gases, but all A group elements are called normal elements. Okay. All A group elements are called normal elements. 1A, 2A over here and 3 to 7A over here. These are called as a normal elements. All B group elements are called transition elements. All B group elements are called transition elements. Why are they called transition? Because here there are metals and here there are non-metals. आऊंगा मैं वहां पे. Metals है, non-metals है. Therefore, they are called transition because they show transition from metal to non-metals. Okay, the metallic character decreases, non-metallic character increases. Therefore, they show the transition. Therefore, they are called transition elements. Especially come over here. These two. Actually, this is a third B, and after lanthanum, there were many elements discovered. And this particular actinium, which comes in the 7th period, B group, of course, especially indicate all elements after actinium are called actinides, and all elements after lanthanum are called as the lanthanides, and all elements after actinium are called as actinides, and actinides are radioactive elements. Okay, radioactive because they give out alpha, beta, gamma rays, right? Therefore, especially come over here in Mendeleev's periodic table, I said there was a special name for Mendeleev is a metal in the modern periodic table, that was element number 101, and that is MD. You don't have to remember, just remembering him, it is Mendelevium. It is the metal called Mendelevium. And remember that these lanthanides and actinides are called inner transition elements. These two are called as inner transition elements. I'm going to write the name over here. They are called as inner transition elements. So all A group elements, simple. All A group elements are normal. 1A, 2A, 3 to 7A. All A group elements are normal elements. Last group, you know, that is inert gases. All B group elements are called transition elements. And एकदम नीचे जो है lanthanides and actinides, they are called inner transition elements. Did you understand?
Hello children, I am Sudesh sir from Sudesh Coaching Classes.